My person did this to me. We met when our lives were moving in different directions, and from the very beginning, timing shaped everything between us. But even with all the odds stacked against us, we stayed together for 11 years. 11 years of building, sacrificing, and believing we were creating a future together. In the beginning, she was going through hell. Her entire world was slowly collapsing. And I was there. I was the one who held her when she cried. I was the one who helped her breathe through panic. I was the one who showed up when she had no one else. I was the one who helped her fight to get the kids back. I was the one who stood by her through every tragedy, every loss, every moment she thought she couldn't survive. I didn't just love her, I protected her. I supported her. I carried her through things that would have broken most people. And I didn't do it because I had to. I did it because I loved her. Over time, I built my entire life around the relationship. I worked relentlessly. I paid off over $73,000 in debt. I focused on creating stability, not just for myself, but for us. For the life I thought we were building. For the future I believed in. I didn't just love her. I loved her family. I loved her niece and nephew like they were my own children, especially after I learned I would never be able to have biological kids. That loss hit me harder than anything else in my life. Those kids became the closest thing I would ever have to a family of my own. They were my heart. But in 2022, my body started to fall apart. I had rotator cuff surgery that left me unable to work or be active. Losing my physical abilities, the thing that always grounded me, triggered a depression I didn't know how to handle. I felt useless. I felt stuck. I felt like I was losing myself. That depression carried into 2023, when I learned I was sterile. That news broke something in me. She wasn't there for me. Not emotionally. Not in the way I needed. I was grieving alone, trying to process the fact that I would never have a biological child, while she drifted further away. By 2024, I could feel something shifting between us. She had started a text-based emotional relationship with a coworker. At the same time, I pulled something in my neck and was diagnosed with cervical radiculopathy, leaving me in pain and barely functioning. She withdrew even more. I kept asking her if she was talking to someone else, if there was anything going on behind my back. Every time, she looked me dead in the eye and said no. I found suggestive photos on her phone. She told me they were for herself. I believed her, I trusted her. But the emotional relationship with her coworker continued behind my back. It escalated while my physical and emotional health were falling apart. She was absent at every moment I needed her most. Then came November 11, 2025, the day everything changed. I had a serious accident when a carbon fiber cutoff wheel shattered and struck my face. I had lacerations, blunt force trauma directly to the eye, and temporary blindness in my left eye. I was terrified, injured, and vulnerable. She wasn't there for me. 3 days after my accident, while I was still recovering, still scared, still trying to see out of one eye, her emotional affair became physical. She brought him into the house when I wasn't there. She let another man into the home I built. Into the bedroom, a sacred space. Into the home I thought we shared. 2 days after Christmas, on December 27, 2025, she left me. The combination of her leaving and the betrayal I didn't yet fully understand triggered a massive spike in depression and stress. The emotional shock caused a cortisol surge that made my cervical radiculopathy flare back instantly. I was in physical agony and emotional collapse at the same time. And again, she wasn't there. She left me to face all of it alone. I didn't learn the full truth until the second week of January 2026. That's when she finally admitted everything. The emotional cheating, the physical cheating, the lies, the secrecy, the coworker. Even after I gave her multiple chances to end the affair and repair the relationship, she refused. January 30th, she told me she wanted to have sex one more time to see if she still felt anything. Me being vulnerable, I agreed. She didn't give an answer that night. I left. I came in the next night after she got home from work. I walked over and started rubbing her back. I asked her, "Is there still a pathway back to us?" "No," she said. She chose him. The discovery shattered me. Everything collapsed at once. My health, my future plans, my sense of safety, the family I thought I would always have. At every point where I needed her the most, she withdrew or abandoned me. The trauma wasn't just the cheating, it was the timing, the absence, the lies, the way she left me to suffer alone. Since the breakup, I've been drowning in grief, anger, panic, and exhaustion. I cry every morning before I'm even fully awake. I cry throughout the day. I've lost friends because I can't stop talking about what happened. I shake, I have panic attacks, I have a revolving fear of impending doom. I miss the kids deeply, but I can't bring myself to see them while I'm still this broken. I've tried to quit nicotine in the middle of all this, wearing the patch and turning my vape down to the lowest setting. I have no choice, I'm on medical leave which comes with reduced pay. I can't afford my lifestyle anymore, I can't afford to go buy cigarettes. I can't afford to go do something nice for myself to cheer myself up. I've tried to smoke weed to calm the panic, but now it triggers panic attacks because I smoked with her almost every time. My body reacts before my mind understands why. My nervous system is fried. Still, even after everything she did, I reached out to her one last time, not to get her back, not to beg, but to say a final goodbye. A respectful goodbye, a human one. The conversation started off bad. I had just woken up from a dream and I threatened her and the other guy. After a few minutes I called her back and apologized and we talked for an hour and a half. Finally a conversation had ended the right way, in a way where I could finally close the chapter with peace. She blocked me everywhere anyway. I wasn't mean, I wasn't angry, I wasn't trying to reopen anything. I was trying to close the chapter with dignity. She slammed the door in my face. That moment hurt more than the cheating. Because it showed me exactly who she is now, someone who avoids responsibility, someone who runs from the truth, someone who can't face the consequences of her choices. But, it showed me who I am now, someone who deserved better than the way she ended it. I still want her back, but I know I can never take her back. I know I could never trust her again. I know I could never let my guard down with her. I know I would always be waiting for the next betrayal. I know the relationship is dead because trust is gone. But I still grieve the future I believed in. I still grieve the family I thought I had. I still grieve the person I thought she was. I still grieve the version of myself that loved her without fear. What hurts most isn't just that she left, it's that she chose deception and abandonment when honesty and presence could have changed everything. And still, I'm here. Tired, grieving, but standing. This is my story. This is the truth. This is why I can't go back. My person did this to me. Am I completely blameless? Number. When we first started dating I left her twice in the first 2 years. My problem was the 12-year age gap. Later there was a problem with OnlyFans and I caught her. This was the first time she lied to my face. I questioned her for an hour before I showed her the evidence and she finally broke and told me the truth. But only because she was caught. I went out a couple days later and I cheated. But I told her, I was honest, I took the pain, I took the embarrassment, I accepted what I did. She forgave me and I spent the rest of my time with her making up for it. That was 6 years in. The difference is when I cheated it was a single instance, non-emotional. I didn't stay, I didn't finish. It was over before it even began. I was so ashamed of myself I left before a minute had even gone by. I was heartbroken by what I had done. What she did though, what she did was deliberate. She made a series of conscious decisions and then didn't want to face the consequences. It wasn't a one-time thing, they had a committed physical affair and it was over a long period of time. It was emotional, it was hidden. Text messages and pictures deleted in case I asked to see. It was the ultimate betrayal. She twisted the emotional knife, ripped my heart out, threw it on the ground, stomped on it, spit on it and walked away. It helps me to talk about this out loud. It's not something I can hold inside and expect to be okay. It's too big, it's too emotional. I know it's unlike me to go public with something I'm feeling emotionally. Now, I'm in trauma therapy. This is what we're dealing with because of this situationship. Adjustment disorder with mixed anxiety and depressed mood, persistent depressive disorder dysthymia, complicated grief, betrayal trauma, attachment trauma, abandonment trauma, relationship trauma, intimate partner betrayal syndrome, emotional shock response, panic attacks, anticipatory anxiety, fear of impending doom, hypervigilance, rumination, intrusive thoughts, trauma-related nightmares, anger dysregulation, intrusive violent imagery, moral injury, loss of identity, role loss, loss of future orientation, existential distress, social isolation, erosion of social support network, codependency traits, enmeshment, emotional overinvestment, caregiver fatigue, sexual betrayal trauma, sexual trust injury, allostatic load, elevated cortisol response, injury-related depression, injury-related anxiety, infertility-related grief, delayed emotional processing, trust injury, attachment injury, loss of safety emotional and psychological, loss of secure base, and it's hitting me all at one time. I have been told the way she acted and what it did to me is similar to those who suffer from psychological warfare trauma. She acted with extremely reckless disregard, exploitation of vulnerability, and medical abandonment. A list this extensive suggests complex trauma CPTSD. Psychological injury with major depressive episodes. I'm still fighting, except instead of fighting for her, I am fighting for me. My person did this to me and I'm not okay.